I am here to finally film a book haul. So these are books that I've had from March onwards, so it's March, April, May and June for this book haul, because I bought 3 books in March and then I didn't buy any books in April, then I bought some in May and I bought some in June. So this will be my second book haul of the year. I think that's pretty good when I used to do a book haul every single month, that I've only done 2 in the year. I did one for the first 2 months of the year and then I did one for the next 4, but with having my TBR money challenge, I am definitely not buying as many books as I used to. But I have found a loophole. I've been buying really cheap books off my Facebook Lovers group YA. So like people just sell off books all the time and you can get stuff for like $4. So I read a book and then I'll be like, oh cool, I can buy heaps more books. So I am still seeming to accumulate books, and I'm also starting to get review copies from publishers, and I've also won giveaways, and just like I feel that me trying not to buy books means the world just keeps giving me more books, and I'm just like, I'm thankful, but I have so many. And also another reason why I've been buying books is because once I listen to the audiobook, I'm allowed to buy that book because I'm not reading it again. So that's another loophole, because I'm adding it to my collection but not my TBR. So I had 24 books to show you guys today, and I have already read 6 of them and they were all audiobooks. So it's more like 18 books added to my TBR. But the other thing too is I actually still have a couple more books coming in the mail that I'm going to add to the end of this video to show you with the haul, because the pile was just getting really big on my floor, and even though I do have books piled on the floor down there, I needed to like haul these books so I can finally put them on my bookshelf and just put them in the areas that I want them. I had to do this haul, but it's probably not going to come out for another couple of weeks, so that is the reason why you're seeing me like in the same outfit when you're like, damn, do you ever change? And I'm like, not really. So anyway guys, I'm excited to get into all the books that I bought and I can't wait. So the first book I bought is Always a Bridesmaid by Lindsay Kell. So Sasha from Sash Reads picked this one up and she really liked it, and when I saw it really cheap and I got like the big paperback as well, I thought I'd give it a go, because yeah, she really enjoyed it and I do trust her opinions with books. I really do hope I will like it as well, and I don't know when I'm gonna get to this book because it is an adult contemporary and I have not read that many. Like I have bought some but I haven't made myself read them yet, so don't know when this is gonna happen, but I'm really happy to own this. Next I've got 2 books by Cindy Anstey, and I've got Jewels and Deception and Love Lies Inspired, because I read Suitors and Sabotage by her earlier in the year, and these ones were really cheap, and I'd like to read some more of her books because she writes like olden time romance stories and they've always got like a really fun, interesting plot. So I've got these ones to pick up and I'm pretty excited, and these are another lot that I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna get to them, but I'm still excited. Okay, next I've got The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare, and I actually won this book in a giveaway, which is really exciting because I didn't have to pay for it. I won this off the Wire Chronicles Instagram page. Like I just went in the giveaway because I go in giveaways if I can just write a comment and then I just can randomly get picked, but I never get picked. But I got picked, so I'm really excited to have this, and I will probably read it soon enough. My reread of the Shadowhunter Chronicles is on hiatus at the moment because I suck, but I would like to read this, but now I don't even know when should I read this book. Like, can people tell me when I'm actually meant to get to this book now, because I don't know. So those were the books that I bought in March, and I don't think I bought any others. I only like bought those couple, but then because I didn't buy anything in April, I saved up quite a lot of money in my TBR jar. But something that also is I had a bit more birthday money to buy some books, so the next 10 books I got in a big order on Book Depository because I was using up my money. I was buying some books that I'd already read, and I was using up some more birthday money because I had birthday money in March and I ended up rebuying some books I already owned, and then I'm like, hey, rebuying is okay, so I could use that money to buy some books that I don't have. So that's why I actually have kind of a big haul for you guys now, but I'm excited to show you these 10. So I bought Suitors and Sabotage by Cindy Anstey because I listened to the audiobook. It got 3 stars from me, but that's just because like the writing was a bit hard to like follow on, and like it was just a really easy read. Like it wasn't meant to be stressful or anything, and it was just really fun. And I just thought because I bought 2 of her other books, I should have the one that I've actually read. And then I got a copy of Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid because I listened to the audiobook of this one as well. I've listened to 3 of her books on audiobooks now, and there's 1 more of her books on audiobook, but I don't know when I'm going to get to that because a heap of new releases just came out on Scribd, and I'm excited. Really did enjoy this book, and this is actually the first one she ever wrote, which I didn't realize. Daisy Jones and the Six was the most recent, but then it was Evelyn Hugo and Maybe in Another Life was like her second novel. So I've read her early work now and I've read her later work, and I just can't wait to keep reading more of her work. Next I've got the Hufflepuff edition of Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, and I didn't realize this was going to be a thing because Prisoner of Azkaban just came out, and of course I'm going to get that when I have money, but I am so excited about this because I am collecting the illustrated editions of Harry Potter, and now I can collect the whole series in the really cool Hufflepuff editions, and they're beautiful, because I thought it was just going to be a 20th anniversary edition for the first book, but as each book comes out it's going to be a 20th anniversary edition for the whole series. So I was always trying to figure out which box set I wanted, and there was one that I really liked, but when this started happening I was like, problem solved, I can share my Hufflepuff pride while I have the books look all beautiful. Okay, next I've got Truly Devious and The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson, and I cannot recommend this enough, guys. This was amazing, and I totally recommend the audiobooks because that is how I listen to both of these books, and I listened to them back to back because I needed to know what was happening, and the last book is coming out next year and I need it so much. With these books, there is a murder mystery that happens 80 years ago, and our main character Stevie, who is in our time, wants to solve this mystery, and she goes to the school where it happened and she's enrolled there, and she wants to be like Sherlock Holmes, but then murders start happening in the present and there's murders in the past, and it's like set in both timelines, and it's so good. It's so good. I didn't expect it to be that good, but I just decided to pick it up and I loved it so much. Okay, woo, I've got another Taylor Jenkins Reid book. So this is One True Loves, and this isn't one on audiobook, so I haven't actually read this one, but again, I want to collect all of her books. So this is about Emma, and she marries her high school sweetheart Jessie, but after being married for only a year, Jessie's helicopter expedition goes missing and she loses him, and then 10 years later she runs into an old friend Sam, and then they end up getting engaged, but then Jessie comes back, and it's the issue of like, what do you do? Like, you've moved on, but then your first husband comes back from the dead, and it's just like, what? Okay. I definitely think this sounds interesting, and she really has so many good story ideas, and I'm like, woman, you've got some great ideas. Okay, next I've got Sherwood by Megan Spooner because I really did enjoy Hunted. So of course I was going to buy the next retelling that she wrote, and I can't wait to read this. I'm actually so excited. But this is a Robin Hood retelling, but Marion's going to be like the new Robin Hood, so I can't wait for that. I think Robin Hood actually dies, and like Locksley Town has to try and figure out how to move on, and Guy Gibson is coming into the story and like wants to marry Marion, and just, it's the general story, but Marion's just going to be the boss ass bitch that kills all the people. Next I've got The Boy Who Steals Houses by C.G. Drews. I love Paper Fury so much, and she is a fellow reviewer, and I have followed her reviews for so long. So when she brought out 1,000 Perfect Notes, I was so excited, like so beyond excited, because I'm like, oh my god, she's publishing a book, and now she's published a second one, and I can't wait to read this. So this book is about Sam and his brother Avery, and they have been homeless for quite a long time, and they actually break into people's houses so they can sleep there for the night when they know they're not home, and then they accidentally break into a house where there is a family already in there. Because there's so many kids in this family, they just assume they're friends, but then they start to really get immersed into this family unit, and they realize what it feels like to be safe and happy, and I just can't wait to read it. But I also feel like this is going to be a punch to the gut. Next I bought Evermore by Sarah Holland. So this is the sequel to Everless, and I'm so glad that I got the matching cover. I was so worried it wasn't going to happen because they brought out the hardcover for the other edition, and I was just like, oh my god, no, I want it to match my prettiness. But I am so excited to finally have this, and I hope to do a buddy read with Sarah and Jack in the next couple of months, but like, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but like, I need to wait for my friends, even though I really want to read it. But like, I will read. I will wait to buddy read with people so I can read it with them. Okay, next I got a book that I really want to read, but I don't know when it's gonna happen because like, I have so much going on. But I've got If I'm Being Honest by Emily Wibberley and Austin Sigmund Broker. So they wrote Always Never Yours, and I really like that, and that was a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. And this one is a retelling of The Taming of the Shrew. So basically the main character is like this really big bitch, but then there's this guy that she ends up liking who is a really nice guy, so she goes along and apologizes to all the people that she's ever wronged, and then she ends up like falling into this group of people with this new guy, and it's just like, ooh, exciting. So I think it's going to be like another good like high school romancy type story, and I'm just really excited for it. Okay, the next 6 books I bought for like 15 bucks from my Lovers YA, so another good bargain, and I only had to read 3 books to buy 6. So the first story I've got is The Trilogy by Amy Plum, and I think the order of it is Die For Me, Until I Die, and If I Should Die, and I've been wanting to get these for so long, and like, yeah, they're probably gonna be shit and weird like zombie vampire story, because I thought it was zombies, but I think it may actually be vampires, or it may be zombie vampires, I don't know, but I've just been intrigued by this since I started my booktube 4 years ago. So I finally got myself a copy of the trilogy, and I just think I needed to buy it because it spoke to me and it was there, and I was like, okay, these are mine now. Next I got Incarnate by Jodie Meadows, and I've got a few books by Jodie Meadows actually that I haven't read yet. Like, I've read My Lady Jane, which she's a part of, but I need to read some of her standalones. But this is seriously a gorgeous cover, and I feel like this is like about reincarnation and about how the main character gets put into a body and she hasn't actually been reincarnated. Like, she's a new mind and everyone's like, holy shit, who is this new person in our world? So I think this is going to be another good one, and it's just so pretty. Next I've got For Darkness Shows the Stars by Diana Peter Friend? It's a weird name. Oh my god. But this is a retelling of Persuasion by Jane Austen, but in space. This is one I see recommended all the time, and I especially think that Sam from Thoughts on Tomes really liked this book, so I've been intrigued since she mentioned it. So again, like, all these books, like, I finally see them for cheap and I'm like, it's meant to be. I'm meant to bring these home with me. And then I got The Program by Susanna Young. This is one that was sort of pretty popular in the dystopian phase, but like, you know, Diversion and Hunger Games and Shatter Me and all that were the real popular dystopian novels, but this one wasn't far behind, and I'm pretty sure I saw Paper Fury talk about this once, and I was like, well, this sounds intriguing. So like, I would take the opportunity to buy a book for $4 if like people recommend it, and hopefully it's a good read. So I had to get a copy of Sadie by Courtney Summers because this book was amazing. Like, it is so depressingly sad, and when you actually read it and you realize what happened to Sadie and what's been done to her, it is so horrible, and I feel so bad for her. But this audiobook is phenomenal. Like, if you want to read this book, listen to the audiobook, because there is literally more than 30 voices playing all the characters. Even like a person that has one sentence, they have such a diverse cast of people, and it is just so heart-wrenching to listen to, and you just need to keep listening. Like, I was listening into it just sitting in my room because I needed to know what's happened to Sadie. And because this book is in Sadie's point of view as she's trying to find her sister, but we are also listening to a podcast by Wes McCrae as he follows behind Sadie on her journey trying to find out where she is, you really get so many elements to the story, and it was just so amazing. Okay, the next book I've got is a book to review, and one of my friends on Instagram sent me her book, and I'm so excited. So that book is A Beauty Among Beasts, and that's by Melanie Gabriel. So she messaged me on Instagram being like, I'd really like to send you a copy of my book because I know you like Beauty and the Beast retellings, and I'm like, give me. So this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it takes place in Nazi Germany, and she is very much an indie author, but I'm still excited to have this. But like, look how white the pages are. Like, this is so pretty and just feels so nice, and I can't wait to read this, and I hope to read this soon, but it just depends really, because I really do want to focus on getting a certain amount of books read next month. So this is where it gets hard if I get review copies, because I'm like, there, but there's books I really want to read, but I really want to read her book as well. So I'll see if I do get it read next month, but this will be happening definitely in the next couple of months. And also guys, I've got Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman. You know how I said I was going to get City of Heavenly Fire, Lady Midnight, and Lord of Shadows read before this came out? It didn't happen. See, I thought it was going to be such a wait, having to wait for this book to come out so then I could read Queen of Air and Darkness, but no. It was not a wait, because now it's here and it's been out for a couple of weeks, and I only bought it when I was in Canberra in the paperback. But like, my god, it is so bad how quick the year has gone that I still have not done my rereads, and this is already in my hands. But I am glad to have it, and my Shadowhunter series is expanding yet again. And the last book I've got to show you for this moment now, because I'll cut myself in later on when I talk about the last couple of books coming in the mail, is one that I didn't expect to turn up, because I ordered a copy of The Bride Test from Book Depository, and I was really excited to get my paperback because I wanted it to be with like the kiss quotient, and I was very excited. Yeah, The Bride Test didn't turn up. Something else turned up, and I don't know what to do with it. So I have a hardcover copy of Aurora Rising by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Yeah, so I already got a copy of this in the Wire Chronicles, but I have the paperback. So this should have been a win-win though, because I'd be like, cool, I'll keep the hardcover and I can give the paperback away, but my paperback has a signed book plate. So what do? Do I keep both copies? Because now I have a hardcover and a paperback. Do I just give it to someone? Do I do a giveaway? Probably what happened is someone out there has a copy of The Bride Test when they were meant to get Aurora Rising. I already messaged Book Depository and I was like, yo, you sent me the wrong book, and they're like, cool, keep Aurora Rising, we'll get The Bride Test out to you as soon as possible. So that's why I need to delay my book haul, because I know that book will be here soon. Like, it should have been here, but it didn't turn up. But like, I just don't know what to do with this. And you know, another thing, right? So I just got my Fairy Loot May box and I was very excited. And then 2 weeks later, another Fairy Loot turned up, and I was like, oh, Isn't that a bit early for the June box? No, I just got a second May box of the Fairy Loot. So I'm like, what is happening in my life right now that I keep getting the wrong mail? So I actually messaged Sasha and I was like, hey, do you want my spare Fairy Loot? Because that was another one where they're like, yeah, just give it to a friend or a family member. Sorry for the mistake there. So Sasha is getting a May box of the Fairy Loot now, which she's pretty excited about. I fixed up one situation of getting the wrong book, but I just don't know what to do with this one. Okay guys, coming at you a couple of weeks after I filmed that book haul video, and here is the other 4 books that I received in the mail. I don't know if anything else is turning up at this point, but I feel like I need to just film this now and just like get this book haul done, and then if I get more books later on, I'll film another book haul in a couple of months with all those books. But I have 4 to show you now and I'm excited. So the first thing I've got is The Secrets to Incarnate. So I got Asunder and Infinite by Joni Meadows. I found these on a good bargain on the Lovers YA page for $5 each. Now I have the whole trilogy and they're very beautiful. I think these covers are so nice, and it's so funny though, I just feel like I've been collecting books that the authors from My Lady Jane have written, but I actually haven't read any of their individual works except for one Cynthia Handbook. So now that I own a million of them, I better start getting into some of their other works and also read My Plain Jane. But I am pretty excited that I got this whole thing for $15. Then I finally got my copy of The Bride Test by Helen Wang, and I'm so glad. And like, I didn't expect it to have a pink spine. Like, the spines are always a different color than the actual cover, but I love this book quite a lot. Like, even though I did give it 4 stars, I still really enjoyed it. And I mean, I wanted to have the physical copy so then I could always come back to it and read it if I want, because I feel like this would just be like a happy read for me to like come back into it, even though the miscommunication's a bit like, ugh, but I still love it. And the last book I've got is really exciting, and I got a review copy of The Kingdom by Jessie Rothenberg. So I actually got into contact with Pan Macmillan a month ago, I would say, and to see if they wanted me to review any books for them, and they said yes. So I actually requested The Kingdom and another book, but that other book I'm not sure if it's like coming like now or later, or if I'm gonna get it at all, but this one turned up, so I'm so excited. Like it feels like such an achievement in a way to me though, that I'm starting to get to the point where publishers actually want me to review their books. Like, my Instagram is the main platform that publishers do see of me though. Bloomsbury contacted me, I contacted Pan Macmillan. Like, it seems like just everything is kind of going up at this moment for me, and it's very exciting because like, not that I'm here like, oh my god, I get free books. It's just the fact that people actually want to listen to what I want to say, and that just means so much to me, and I'm just so excited to have these books and to be able to read them. And I definitely want to read this soon. I will just have to see how I go this month though, because I've got kind of a set TBR and reading rushes happening, and then the newts happen, so it can be a bit difficult to actually figure out when I want to read things, but this one will be a priority. Hey guys, coming at you again. This is the 3rd time I've filmed another bit for my book haul because I still haven't uploaded it. I've been so slack. Like, I filmed the first lot of footage like 3 weeks ago, but then I was waiting for other books to turn up and I filmed that. And then I just got one more book in the mail, and because I haven't uploaded that video yet or edited the footage, I thought I would just slip this one in just at the end. But I got Wilder Girls by Rory Power, and this is another one from Pan Macmillan, so thank you so much for sending me another review book. I'm so excited because I requested 2 from them when they said that I could start reviewing for them, and they sent them to me. But I am pretty excited for this book, and it has a gorgeous cover. Like, it's just so beautiful, and like the cover really drew me in, but I am excited to read this book. It's basically about the school for only girls, and it's on this island, and then suddenly this disease breaks out and people start dying, and the girls start changing physically and mentally, and the whole place gets quarantined, and it's been 18 months and the girls have just been stuck there never leaving. But when Hattie's best friend Bryett goes missing, Hattie will do anything to get her back. So she ventures out into the forest, and then she starts to discover secrets about what happened with the disease and about their lives, and it just seems like there's a lot of intrigue surrounding it. But I haven't read a book about a disease epidemic for a while, so I'm excited to read this and I just can't wait. Oh my god guys, I think this is like the 5th time I've come in for a book haul because I just have not had time to upload it, and this past week the reading rush happened, so I would have gotten my book haul uploaded last week. Pretty sure I filmed the bulk of it a month ago, so if I do say stuff that doesn't make sense anymore, it's because that was me from a month ago. But I got 2 more books to show you in this book haul, and I'm sorry. So the first one is As Old as Time by Liz Braswell. I kind of want to get like this whole series because I'm just so excited for like all these retellings, and I don't know how she goes writing them though, because I've seen mixed reviews where some people like them, some people hate them. But I've also got Part of Your World by her as well, so like I've got 2 of them, and they're like really pretty, and I just like like them, so I'm pretty excited to like read these. And the other book I've got is Romanov by Nadine Brandes. I actually listened to this on audiobook this month, so I will talk about my feelings in my wrap up, but I just wanted this book. Like, I have such trouble when I listen to audiobooks that I just want to buy all the books, and hopefully for the fact that I don't have much space anymore is going to help me. But I've got a little bit of space in the other room where I can double stack something, so I might move like my House of Night series, and that will give me like this much more space on my shelves. So I may buy some more books. Like, I'm trying not to, but there's literally only been 2 of my audiobooks that I haven't bought after reading them, but I've listened to 2 that I've already owned. So that might be a way to go for me, is to listen to books I already own, because then I don't need to buy them. But I love this. It's so pretty, and it's actually so tiny. Because I also own Forks, and like you can see the difference in these books. Like, Forks is a lot bigger, and I find that their spines like match, but they don't really. So I'm excited to have like her other work. So I kind of thought that I was going to eventually end up buying it anyway, even though I did end up listening to it on audiobook first. So that kind of works out as well, because if I buy it physically, then I end up reading it, you know, but I needed them to be together and to match and just own them. Now, this should be the end of me having different outfits on as I show new books every single time a new book turns up, because I just keep thinking, because I haven't uploaded it, I might as well just add it into this book haul. So this is going to be the longest book haul ever, and I am sorry about that. I am planning on getting it edited this week to upload for you guys. So guys, here are all of my new books. I'm trying to show you, but it's like at a weird angle. I'm losing it. Oh, losing the books. The pile is breaking. I should take my thumbnail while I'm here, hey. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this book haul. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!